Brezza, the Citybird SUV.
Time for round 2 of fixtures in the IPL 2024, and it's an important game already for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, who went down in their opening game against the Super Kings. But as they now start their home campaign at the Chinnaswamy Stadium and welcome the Punjab Kings, it's all to look forward to on ESPNcricinfo Timeout. Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPNcricinfo Timeout with Tom Moody, Mitch McClanagan and Wasim Jaffer. This is a fixture very dear to Wasim's heart, his former franchise as a player, his former franchise as a coach. So let's talk about the openers. That's also your area of specialty, Wasim. What we saw in the first game was Kohli and Faf, where Kohli barely got any strike batting first in the power play, and Faf blazed away. And then after that, too many wickets fell and Kohli had to go a bit slower. I'm just going to show you some numbers before we get into the conversation. When he bats first, after he's faced 20 balls, his strike rate is about 118, the balls per boundary is a little over 9. When he chases after facing 20 balls, the strike rate is up to 150. Now, RCB decided to bat first, curiously. How do you see that partnership playing out given what we saw in the first innings?
I think like we have mentioned before, sometimes we speak too much about Virat Kohli especially. I think he's going to go hard in the power play and that strike rate will go up. He'll play the situation for sure, but I think especially in Chinnaswamy, I think that strike rate will go up. And once he gets going, obviously he'll look to win games for his franchise or any team that he's playing, so that's not going to be any different. I don't think the World Cup selection is going to play in his mind. I think winning the games for RCB is going to be very important to him, and I think he'll play the situation and try and do his job, which he's been doing for so many years.
At times when we see Faf going as hard as he is, Mitch, we say, okay, maybe Kohli can take some time. Is there a possibility of both of them going that way?
Oh, look, I think the first game, the way Faf played, probably gave Virat Kohli a little bit of surety that if he is struggling at the start to generate a strike rate, that he can just rotate the strike. And when guys are going really well, like Faf is at the moment, he's just carrying on the form from last year, sometimes it is just to get off strike and give him as many balls in that over, which he did nicely.
They also saw a bit of a batting collapse in the last game. I wonder if that starts, at what point that starts playing into your mind if you're a Virat Kohli?
Look, it shouldn't do, because the RCB strength is their batting lineup, even more so than any other year. Really, they've got great depth in what they've got, and they'd have confidence now with the form that Virat showed in that first game, and also DK. So that's giving them sort of the confidence that they've got that nice depth and those finishes there. So. I'd be surprised if we don't see both the openers in Faf and Virat go hard up top, particularly at that home venue where you can really put your opposition under pressure in those power play overs.
As far as changes go, we may or may not see changes in the 11 after one game, but you're still keen on Cameron Green at number 3?
Yeah, I think that's the one shuffle I'd make in the batting order, is have Green 3, Particle 4, Maxwell 5, and then just have Maxwell padded up, because you can, inject him into the game at any stage.
All right. As far as the other storylines that are in play here, Harshal Patel was a big money signing for RCB for the last 2 seasons, let go of, picked up for big money by the Punjab Kings, and he had a good game against Delhi. Abhishek Paul took him down in the last over, but before that he had a significant impact with key wickets. And Harshal Patel returns to the Chinnaswamy, where last season the rest of the Bangalore bowling, Mitch, economy of 8.8 and a strike rate of about 18 and 26 wickets between them. Harshal Patel, strike rate was all right at about 18, but the economy was on the higher side, nearly 10s. Now, they brought Harshal as a specialist bowler for the Chinnaswamy, and they clearly felt like they were ready to let him go. He returns now. How do you see that playing out?
Look, it's hard to compare him if you're just looking at the numbers in terms of economy rate to the other bowlers, because quite often he was given the job to finish, come in and bowl after 8 overs would be his first over, and then he would finish the innings, which is a very difficult role to do. So you've got to expect, if you've got a bowler bowling in that role, that he is going to sometimes have a higher economy rate for a season. What the disappointing thing for him was that he didn't take as many wickets as he has done in the previous seasons, and I think that's probably the reason that he got let go, because when you are taking wickets and you go at a high economy rate, you can still change the game, and teams will be happy with that role. But as soon as you lose wickets, start not taking wickets, and you're going to a high economy rate, you get shuffled on pretty quickly.
I think the one thing with him too, and it's just sprung to mind in that very first game, is that I don't think he's evolved as much as he's needed to as a bowler. You know, everyone knows that that slower ball is a real key component to, you know, what he brings to the table. And a really good comparison is Bravo, and how Bravo over the years evolved. He didn't just rely on that slower ball. You know, he was very clever the way he changed angles. He was very clever with how he used his bouncer. So he was always moving as the game was chasing him.
Yeah.
All right, and let's get a quick prediction. Punjab, with the win, we should see an unchanged team, you think, Wasim, with Sam Curran still batting at 4?
Yeah.
All right.
He's done the job. Probably bowl a little bit more than he did in the last game.
Okay, prediction for you. This is a Chinnaswamy.
Punjab.
Punjab, all right. Making Punjab 2 out of 2. Mitch?
Yeah, RCB will be too strong.
Okay, RCB to bounce back.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to bounce back, RCB.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. We will build up to that game on Monday on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPNcricinfo timeout.
All new hot and techy Brezza, the Citybird SUV.